by the way, I'm Mohammed. Omar is here. Say hi. Um, all right, cool. So how many software engineers here or developers? Just raise your hand. All right, cool. How many are using the cloud or developing something running on the cloud? All right. How many still writing on a software in the box underneath their desk? All right, cool. So I have some numbers to share with you guys here about running your software or your apps in the cloud, and then I'm going to just tell you quickly about something that we're doing about those numbers here at Magalix. So you'd be surprised that even though the cloud is trying to make it really easier and faster for developers to write their software, ship it really quick for their customers, but most of the time, 25% of their time is spent just maintaining and babysitting their infrastructure. And they're just having lots of sleepless nights because of that. And even though they're spending a lot of time trying to make it just barely work or make it reliable, 80% of what they're paying to their cloud provider is actually just thrown in the ground. If you're paying $1,000 at the end of the month, and take a look at your machines and how much you're using out of whatever you rented from AWS or Azure or Google, is around only 20% that you're using. So 80% just thrown away. Taking a look also at the business level, many companies spend around 60% of what their AWS bill only on compute. As a result of that, you would be surprised that around $20 billion just last year were wasted in cloud infrastructure. $20 billion could be saved and spent on something really more useful than just having a box running there, and you're just paying money for that. And guess what? Most of the cloud providers, they make money out of this, out of the inefficiency. They basically say, all right, I'm going to have a machine, and I'm going to sell that machine to 5 people. I know that not all of them will be utilizing this machine. I'm going to make more money. And that's why it's the most lucrative thing. If you take a look at Amazon stocks, they're actually boomed in the last 10 years because they're being classified as a technology company. The biggest revenue is coming from AWS, or the biggest margin is AWS, not the retail side. So myself and Omar, when we met a couple of years ago, we said we want to make something about it, do something about it, and build a product that can help developers to move really fast and save money on the cloud. Whether you are an independent developer or a company, we built what's called Magalix. And talk to me after this talk to basically tell you how did we get the name of Magalix. We do 2 things. We help you to save money by basically just running your software and let the machine learning take care of how the capacity is being utilized, and also help you to move really fast running your software in the cloud. Everything is the same, nothing really new to be learned. At the end of the day, you have your buddy who is working with you, helping you to optimize your software, not a real human, an AI-powered machine. The way it works, very simple. If you have a cluster, you basically download an agent. The agent connects to the AI, and it does the needful for you if you're running your own infrastructure on top of AWS or Azure. If you are an independent developer, you really don't want to touch your infrastructure and you just want to run your application, just bring your container or bring your software, and we're going to run it for you on any of those cloud providers. And you will be surprised by the numbers when you just register and log in and try to run something. It's 80% cheaper and money saving compared to AWS. You're going to see the breakdown of that. The way that we built it from the beginning, we wanted to make it as much as possible intuitive. You just run your software, you see what is going to happen, and then from that point, your experience is pretty much similar to whatever you have right now. The unique thing that we do here, just to close on that, is we try to predict what is going to happen with your software. So rather than waiting for bad things to happen, and then you scale your software, and then you scramble around, or it just gets woken up in the middle of the night, it predicts what is going to happen in the next few hours, and based on that, it basically does the needful for you. Imagine you're having someone telling you, hey, I expect something that is going to happen. I'm going to get ready for that. So this is basically what we do. In return, what we are giving you guys here, just to give it a try, give it a spin, we're giving you $100 AWS credit if you run and if you register today before midnight and run your some of your just applications on top of us. Give it a try. If you give us even more feedback after that, we're going to give you more credits. That's it. Thank you. Questions? A question worth $10. Yeah, go ahead.
Say 100% of AWS customers use your products, how much would AWS revenue go down?
How much goes to, how much of their, oh, I love that question. I love that question. Well, I'm waiting for the day maybe Jeff will call me one day and tell me, hey, what are you going to do about that? Well, at the end of the day, the way that we see ourselves is pretty much like PayPal to Visa and MasterCard. At the beginning, people were saying, well, PayPal is going to destroy the business of Visa and MasterCard. But actually, they brought more business to them than what they've taken away from them, because they made payments more accessible to others. And this is what we're trying to do. Our main job here is to make the cloud more accessible to developers, not to get into the cloud and being afraid of, well, how much I'm going to pay at the end of the day? Is it going to cost me much or not? We're just making it dead optimized from the beginning. Yeah.
So are you offering some kind of version of like a serverless architecture where you aren't running a box per se, but you are behind the scenes spinning up and shutting down boxes all the time?
Exactly. In the serverless offering, we're doing that. If you're not comfortable doing this, running your software on top of our boxes, you can go to the other model. The serverless one that you mentioned here will save you up to 80%. The other one, not really that much, maybe 30 to 40%, because we basically optimize, basically collect the workloads from different developers and optimize on that. Cool. Other questions? Yes. Cool. So yeah, so what we do, we collect the CPU, memory, I/O, the basic indicators of your software, and we use this and link it to the infrastructure, and the AI does the needful in terms of what is the next, the best box that your software need to run on. And it does that minute by minute, so it basically optimizes this for you in the background and builds a prediction model for that.
One more question?
Yep, we had a question somewhere here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just Kubernetes or also VMware?
Just Kubernetes for now, and in the near future we may add more. I'd love to hear your feedback if you have ideas about that. Cool. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Register today.
Thank you.